Assalamu alaikum student, this is your science teacher Miss Kansa. I hope you're doing fine. We were discussing your chapter 7 forces and their effects. We have already discussed in this chapter that what is a force, what is a compression, what is bending, what is measuring force, how do we measure our force, what is the unit of force, what about the balance forces, what is the friction. We have already discussed these topics in your last video. Today in this video we are going to discuss about air resistance. What is a air resistance? Basically, resistance means to stop. Every moving object have to opposes air resistance. It means that every moving object have to fight against the air resistance to make its object move. The air is made up of gases. We all know the molecules in these gases bump into moving objects, causing a force. This force is called air resistance. Every moving object have to oppose these forces. It means it have to fight against air resistance to make their objects move. At low speed, this is only a small force, and at a higher speed, the air resistance becomes higher. For example, if you take an example of a car, to accelerate, we have to get the forces higher. The force from the engine must be bigger than the force of friction and air resistance put together. To make the car accelerate, it means to increase its speed, we have to increase the force on engine so that it can act against the force of gravity, against the force of air resistance. At steady speed means at a balanced low speed, the forward force will just balance the forces of friction and air resistance. To stop the car, the driver takes his foot off the accelerator pedal. This reduces the force from the engine. Once the force from the engine is being reduced, the air resistance increases, and this causes the air to make the moving object, to stop or to reduce its speed. How can we stop a moving car? We are going to discuss this topic in further detail. Stopping a car. When a driver presses the brake pedal on a car, the brake pad rubs against metal disc on the wheel. The friction between the pads and the disc make the car slow down, but it makes some time before the car stops completely. It means that there is a metal disc kind of a thing on the wheels of the car, and then there is a brake pads. Those brake pads and that metal disc rub from each other, causing a friction, and that friction between these two objects makes the car to stop or to reduce its speed. A car's stopping distance depend on two things: thinking distance, how far the car travels before the brakes pedal is pressed, and braking distance, how far the car travels after the brake pedal is pressed. There is a difference between the two. The two things, thinking distance and a braking distance. Thinking distance means that we are making an estimate that when we brake, then when we press the pedal, how much time will it take, or how much distance will it cover after applying the brake pedal to car to stop. And the braking distance is that once we press the braking pedal, how much how much the car travel once we press the brake pedal. If we take an example of this graph, in this graph, on one side there is a speed is given, and on the other side there is the distance given. 12 meter per second. After 12 meter per second, on 0.75 second, there is a stop signal. After that, there is a starts to brake, slowing down, and a stop time. We are discussing that when will the driver starts to think that he have to apply the brakes, and when he apply the brake, how much distance the car travel after applying the brake. In this graph, taking the reference from this graph, our car was traveling at around 12 meter per second speed. The first thing to notice is that the car did not start slowing down until 0.75 second after the signal to stop, while the driver was thinking the car traveled 9 meter. It means that the driver was thinking to stop the car, but the car was traveling until 0.75 second when he have to apply the brake, because there was a stop signal showing. Even with good brakes, the car takes about 2.5 seconds to stop. During this time, it travels 15 meter more. If the brakes of the car is that good enough, until that 2.5 second, the car travel more. You can see that even at a fairly low speed of about 30 mph, a car takes about 24 meter to stop. If the car travels at a higher speed, it will take much longer distance for the car to stop. It means that any car could not stop instantly. We have to manage our time and our speed. That on which time, at what time we have to press the pedal of brake, and how much time will it take to stop or slow down the car's speed. This is another table shown that one side is of speed is written and the other side that stopping distance and the distance in meter is written. And 30 meter per second, the braking distance is about 80 meters. We have to manage our time and our car's speed accordingly to make our car stop. Okay students, now we have discussed that how can we stop our car. I hope you are able to understand our topic forces and their effects and all the topics covered in this chapter. Thank you so much students. Take care. Allah Hafiz.